I'm coming to you live at the moment because Zachariah and we are in so much crazy traffic down here. I want to tell you guys about our encounter because I think that, mothers with daughters are not aware. So we were at the park and I had to tell Zachariah it was time to go, because when you find yourself wanting to beat other people's children, it's time to leave the park. So for people who have daughters, I want to let you know, I would like for you to start training your daughters early to stop hitting boys, because then they'll grow up and think that they can hit men as well. So we're at the park and the little girls are there, and I don't know if it's just the heat. I don't know what's going on, but I'm, like, okay, so you got hot skirts of the adults, you got hot skirts of the little kids, and, I'm just sitting here and I'm watching this other parent, and she has her two sons at the park, and the little girl is just constantly hitting this little boy. Now, we know between the ages of 9 and like 12, there's, okay, boy chase a girl, there's hit this one, pull their hair, I want them to know that I like them, the way that it goes. But I'm asking the mothers of daughters and the fathers of daughters to talk to your daughters about hitting little boys, because I had to let my son know today, like, we teach him, his dad and I and our family, we teach him, you don't hit girls. But nowadays, I think that it is something going around that's saying, and women are perpetrating this as well, hitting men and thinking that they won't get retaliation. I don't know where that's coming from, but I noticed as I was sitting at the park, and the little girls were very aggressive with the little boys and wanting to push them off of the playground items, or they wanted to be bullies, like, oh, well, you're gonna let me use this, or just jumping in front of them when it's not their turn. Please teach your little girls how to be little ladies and know their place. And when I say know their place, it's not about gender or anything about taking away their equality, but you don't want your daughter getting punched in the face. Because, like, I had to catch myself, because I was about to tell my son, like, if she hits you one more time, I'm going to let you box her up, because nobody has told her not to do that. And she thinks that it's okay to be hitting somebody as well as a boy. Now, my son is only 6 years old, but he is a middle linebacker. He's a defensive lineman. So had he hit her, she would have been hurt. Then it would have been an altercation at the park, and they would be saying, wow, we saw the evangelist on World Star beating somebody up, because that was what was going to happen to the mother, because she was just sitting over on the cell phone just chilling. And I'm like, sis, I'm going to need you to get your daughter, because, she's going to have to stop. And then the other young lady who was there with her two sons, the other little girl, they were about, I would say, 12 or 13. She just kept hitting the little boy, and his mom was like, yo, I'm going to really need you to stop. So I'm asking, out there, talk to your daughters, like, let them know you don't just go around hitting boys, because when they're little and if they're not being trained, just like the girls aren't being trained not to hit boys, the boy may not be trained not to hit somebody, or he may be living in a lifestyle, not even in a lifestyle, in a home where he may see his mother get beat. So he may think in his mind that it's okay, she hit me, it's okay for me to beat her up. Or the children may see, okay, well, mom hits dad and he don't do nothing, so I could just hit him. He ain't gonna do nothing. The devil is. These ladies, tell your daughters, no matter what age they are, from kindergarten, pre-K on up, stop hitting boys just because you think that you can, because you know that they're taught not to hit girls. That's not cool, because I had to remove myself, y'all. I had to laugh. It was like time to go. The other parents was laughing at me. I was like, it's time to go. I don't do the ghettoosity. I don't do it. That's not a word, but mine. I'm like, I can't. The lady was like, what's wrong? I said, I don't do bad little kids. So the little girl was like, what do you mean? You think I'm bad? I said, oh, you the baddest. Because what would have happened if I let him leash out? Zachariah hits hard. So, it's crazy. And then also, when children are at the park, teach your children to have school aides who are supposed to be waiting with the children for the after-school program for the parents to come. But y'all sitting over there lollygagging and chatting and doing your job to watch the children. And then you have 3 adults and you have a ratio of about 30 kids. If I'm not mistaken from my past Martin, 3 people, don't say right. I don't know. I don't know if that's the proper ratio for children. But if me, just a mom at the park, got to mandate the line, and I'm not even an outside door, we got a problem. So I just wanted to share that. Ladies, please teach your daughters not to hit little boys, whether they know them or don't know them. Don't hit your brother, because, you know, that's not what you should do. That's not the way this is supposed to go. That's not how any of this is supposed to go. Because if we let the girls continue with the behavior of thinking they can just lash out at boys because they don't hit back, because somebody's telling them that boys don't hit girls, girls shouldn't hit boys either, because they will grow up trying to hit men. And then you may run across one who is not one of the ones that feels as though you are that valuable and bust you in your face. So I'm asking you, please talk to your daughters, please talk to your sons about where their hands belong as young as they can walk. You know, teach them, because children know right from wrong. Even if they can't talk and they're walking at one, they know stop, they know no, they know what a pop is, they know. So we should definitely teach them that. So I just wanted to put that out there, and I'll definitely put the caption to this video, because please teach your daughters not to hit boys. Please, I don't care what age they are, let them know men were naturally born stronger than you. Period. That's what God did. He made men naturally stronger. So even if they're not what you believe, you need to know that's what it is. Or not, starting with pre-K, starting with Head Start, whatever. Starting as young as 1 year old. Teach the boundaries. Teach where hands actually belong and what they're supposed to be. I'm not saying let somebody dump up on you and beat your child up, but I'm saying don't let your daughter just be running around hitting little kids, because had I let my son hit the little girl, then I would have had to fight. You know, I don't have on my sweater no more. I don't have on my shirt. It's hot out here. Devil's breath wind. You know, our people tend to get crazy once it gets warm. People have naked on first day. But I have a problem when you're dressing for the weather and you're dressing to be naked. Like, don't nobody want that. And the truth be told, the men that are complimenting you, ladies, listen to me. I was young once, and you kind of try to let things hang out, this, that, and the other thing is going to get you attention. It's going to get you attention, but it's going to be the wrong attention. It's going to get you that 15 minutes of fame attention. You're going to get that 15 minutes, and it's going to be over. So, come on. Have some respect for yourself. Let's teach our daughters not to just hit boys, whether they're brother and sister, the whole 9 yards. Because I always tell my daughter, even though you're 13 now and your brother is only 6 years old, he was born a male child. He was born a king. So what's going to definitely happen, he's going to get bigger than you. And you're going to, one, be grateful because that you have a brother. That if somebody goes to bother you, your brother's not going to have a problem stepping up and saying, yo, what's going on? What you doing with my sister? You know, what's your problem? Did you not know that she has a brother and I'll break your face? That's what's necessary. But please, let's start training our daughters not to hit little boys as young. Because let me tell y'all something. That park adventure for me, that was an adventure. Anytime I want to beat other people's kids, it's an adventure. You know, and I'm not an outdoorsy person like that. But when you're at the park and little girls want to hit and this, that, and the other with the little boys, and she's trying to push the boys out the way, that's not how this is supposed to work. So please teach your daughters not to just run around hitting on boys, because they might be running across a little boy who lives in a home where the lifestyle is seeing women get beat. And the next thing you know, she's beat down in the park. And you out there, you're going to have to fight, because you're going to have to beat the mama, because nobody is teaching anybody anything. So for those who are listening to me, for those who actually care about your daughters and your sons, teach them where their hands belong. You know, it was just a park situation, but when I had to get to the place where I was like, okay, Zach, it's time to go, because I want to beat everybody's kids, it's time to go. The other moms was laughing. They was like, oh my God, what's wrong? I said, oh, no, I got to go. I can't do the ghettoosity here. I can't do the park thing. I can't do it. No, this is not organized. You know, I'm not even being smart. I might have to take my son back out to the county where I'm from, and we go to the park where we got all them nationalities together, and we have to play nice, you know, because out here, I might have to let him warm somebody up, but I don't want him warming up somebody's daughter. You see what I'm saying? So please teach your daughters not to hit little boys. Please teach your sons not to hit little girls. But wait a minute, but make sure that we teach the daughters, because I think that is going into the next behavior where these relationships get out of hand and they think that it's cool. If your daughter thinks it's cool to knock a little boy upside the head at the park that ain't bothering her, she's going to think it's cool to do that in her relationship. And he might be like, oh, well, this is the type of relationship we're going to have. Well, my dad always smacked my mom on Thursdays. That's a little joke that used to go back in the day. If you smack your wife on Thursdays, she'll be good all the rest of the week. But, you know, he may not know any better. And this may be one of those things that turns a behavior into a toxic relationship. And this was just all that being at the park. Like, please teach the daughters not to do that. I'm telling y'all, that little girl really made me, and she was a cute little thing, but I really wanted to pick her up and toss her. Oh my goodness. And I see you mandated reporters on here. Tell on me if you had to. But they need to really teach these little girls to keep them hands to themselves. So this was me and Zachariah's little tirade and our little rant from when we went to the park. He wants to say something. Now, I don't know what he's going to say, guys. So if I don't like what he's going to say, Mommy's going to shut him down real quick because, you know, they're at the age now where you got to watch what they're going to say. So we're going to find out what he get ready to say. What you going to say? Well, see, no, we don't want you to say that. No. See, it was good that we had to, you know, we had to go in the green room, get the information, what he was going to say on the camera, and that's not good for his career. We got to make sure everything in his career stays good from here on out because we're training our middle linebacker so that when we get our, you know, our NFL contract, you know, they won't be trying to take it back. Well, you remember that time Zachariah said that day y'all went to the park? Chuckle, chuckle, laugh, laugh. But, you know, that was just what I wanted to let you guys know. Please, 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 please talk to your sons, talk to your daughters about how to play on the playground, how to keep their hands to themselves, how to give everybody a turn. And if you notice that your children don't really know how to do that with one another and their siblings, you might want to say, what's going on? There's no, you know, I understand people say sibling rivalry, but sibling rivalry to me is Janie did better at track than Molly. So now Molly and Janie have this thing where I'm going to be the first. You know, like the sibling rivalry between Venus and Serena. I can't think of any other siblings right now in sports. Oh God, the quarterbacks. The two quarterbacks, the twins. You know, that's a good rivalry. But when it comes down to the point where they got to be hitting and fighting, I don't know where they get that from. I've never done that with my siblings. I do not understand it. It does not make any sense to me that you would definitely just not like your sibling. So this was our little afternoon mommy and son video about the park and how we dislike young ladies putting their hands on little boys, and especially ones you don't know. Oh, excuse me, guys, my back. I was out in elements. Oh, Jesus. And it's just not cool. So, have a great day. I'll see you soon. But please, please, please talk to your nieces, your nephews, your daughters, whatever you have to do. Talk to them. And we'll talk again. We're going to try the park again on Friday. And we're going to see what happens. Because, you know, my life is so funny. Topics just keep coming to me and God just keeps moving things forward. And I'm still, no, we're not shouting out anybody. I'm still learning at how these behaviors are coming and how these behaviors are turning into topics in regards to toxic relationships and how these behaviors keep moving and growing. And just that simple thing on the playground, if that doesn't get in check, we never know what may happen. You know what I'm saying? So have a good afternoon. Nope, we're only going to say bye. Have a good afternoon. We love you. We're going back to our Madagascar soundtrack where we will be listening to none other than Will I Am as Moto Moto. We like them big and we like them chunky. So that's what we're getting ready to do. We're going to listen to our music and we might even have our little Lion King and our Wiz as we go on down the road. We have to see what Chanel wants to listen to on our way. Have a good day, guys. Say bye, Zachariah. Really? See you guys. See you later, guys. Bye.